guys, it's Ryan Ho back for another video. Today I want to talk about the Ifi Zen Can, which is an amplifier for your headphones, and it works pretty well. And yeah, by the way, I also made a Ifi Zen DAC video like earlier this week, so if you want to know more about that, please check that out. And as always, please like and subscribe down below. It helps my videos out. And yeah, let's continue with the video. So the Ifi Zen Can, why would someone be interested in this product specifically? And really, it's a balanced amp that is only $150. The closest one I could think of is like $200, but this has such a small form factor, like it's tiny, and then it also uses these 4.4 Pentagon cables that are really small and compact as well. So this makes the whole entire system really, really compact. And the other thing is it also comes with the new 4.4 Pentagon connector to balance connector into the amp, so you can use a balanced headphone. And that's kind of the reason why I would buy it, for that connector if you have headphones that are compatible with it. And so my headphone has that Pentagon, which is this little thingy that fits in it, right? And then it also has a 6.5, well, whatever, the 1/4 inch jack that people call it. And it comes with an adapter, so if you have a 3.5 millimeter, you can adapt it to that as well. So yeah, I like this amplifier because it has a lot of features, and we can go over that. So let's just talk about the build quickly. It's like all aluminum. Sounds nice and sturdy. Feels good in the hand. It actually gets kind of hot, by the way, when you put it in, when you plug it in, because it's like a class A, and it supposedly has like high output power all the time, so that's why it gets pretty warm when you use it. But anyways, starting from left to right, we got, this is the power button, turn on and off, unlike the Zen deck that couldn't turn on and off. Then we got the input, which is basically, you can choose from 3 inputs that they even kind of label in the back. So the 3 inputs that we have is RCA, but RCA is not balanced, so you wouldn't use that. Then we have single-ended, and then we got balance. So it's numbered 1, 2, and 3 for you, so you know which one to use. And then it also has the balance output if you want to use that as well. And then we have the charging port right here. So it comes with a 5-volt charger. So yeah. And then go back to the gain right here. So we have gain, which we have 0, 6, 12, and 18 for my headphones, which I'm using the Gold Planar GL2000 headphones. And those headphones don't even need past like 0 gain. I can do 0 gain, and like right here, you can see it's already set to about how much. It gets really loud. It's very powerful. And that means I could literally use 3 other stages, and I could turn it all the way over there. That's how much more power I have, which is ridiculous. So this thing is very, very powerful. Like I said earlier, this is the 1/4 inch jack. This is the 4.4. And right here we have the more interesting stuff, right? This is the X bass and the 3D. What X bass does is it kind of just puts like a little bit more sub bass, a little bit more like light amount of bass, not too much. So like a very subtle addition, unlike the Zen DAC, which kind of just threw a lot at it. This is just like a subtle addition, and it's very like tasteful. So if you want to use this one versus the true bass from the Zen DAC, and just get a little bit more bass, but not too much. And then it has a 3D function. The 3D function really just like, basically, I think it's just like your left sound pumps into your right sound, and then your right sound pumps into your left sound. So it's like, apparently like in real life, you know, you listen with both ears. So if they mix those sounds together, it sounds more like realistic and better. I find it like a little distracting. I don't really like it that much, so I don't really use it. But if you like that stuff, it has that feature in here as well. And then another annoying thing about this button is that if you're wearing headphones and you click it, you'll actually hear it like click in your headphones. And the louder your headphones are, the like louder that click is. It's kind of annoying when you're switching, but that's a thing, so you gotta watch out for that. And then of course this dial is just super smooth. I like it. It's big, it projects out, so it's very easy to use. So when it comes to the functionality of the Zen Can, I actually really like how the input options are like easily changeable, and there's like 3 different input options. So like for my PC, I could use the single ended and just go straight into there, and then use my computer DAC and use that. I mean, it's not the best. Obviously, you should just use the Zen DAC, but like before I even got the Zen DAC, I was just using that option. You can also use the RCA if you want it connected to a different DAC as well. So the variety of input options is really nice, and the fact that it's kind of easy to switch between them is also great. So I'm gonna put on my headphones. These things look absolutely ridiculous because they're so big, but well, let's talk about sound. All right, so how do these sound? So what I've noticed between the Zen DAC and the Zen Can is that the Zen Can sounds warmer. So there's less like sharp piercing noises. It's more like smooth and more like relaxed. And I also noticed like the difference in the Zen DAC and the Zen Can is that the Zen Can also makes the sound, the bass is just a little less than the Zen DAC. And which is kind of weird, but that's just like I'm talking about like 5%, like so super small. Like I literally had to flip back and forth like a bunch of times over a lot of hours to figure out like the difference in the sound because they're really close. But after like using it for a while, like I could finally tell the difference between them. And I think those are the defining characteristics of this amp. It makes your music sound a lot more smoother, relaxer, and warmer. But the thing is, if you already have a Zen DAC, personally, I actually like the Zen DAC sound better. It sounds a little bit sharper, but it sounds more like precise and there's just a little bit more detail. And it sounds a little bit more of my style. But there's some songs that like, if I listen to it on this amplifier that sound a little better that because they're like kind of like sharpish and more trebly-ish, and this headphone really makes it much more pleasant to listen to. So I think that's a good characteristic of the Zen Can, but I still prefer the Zen DAC over this. And the other thing is, I already talked about like the Zen DAC before, where it has like a lot of power already, while the Zen Can has even more power than that. But I didn't feel like my headphones particularly needed that much power. Like I barely get like low gain as well on like less than like 11 o'clock. Like I could turn this all the way and have three more like increases or basically like four times the amount of power sound. I mean, so I didn't really need that much. So for me, the Zen DAC actually was a better choice to me than the Zen Can. But the Zen Can, if you need that power, it definitely has it because it outputs like I think it's like a 1.9 watts out of the balance, which is like a lot. And single ended, it can still do, I think, 1.6 watts. So it has a lot of power and juice if you need it. And I think it's a great choice because it's really compact. So honestly, if you're buying the Zen Can and Zen DAC together as like a system, it's because you want something compact that sounds good. And these two things really do achieve it. Like, I just love how, like, look, it just fits in my hand. I mean, obviously it looks like flask, but they're so small. They fit like anywhere on your desk, and it's really nice. And the connectivity is so like simple and easy as well. And the cables are like they're just small. They're not like the big XLR cables that other bigger amplifiers use. So it's just a really nice, small, and not taking up too much real estate. And that's one of the best reasons to pick it up, as well as just having the new connector types of 4.4 Pentagon. And on top of that, this system is completely balanced instead of single-ended. So you get that extra balance power and that extra benefits of running balance on your headphones, all for like the cheapest price. I think this is probably the cheapest balance system. It's like 130 for the DAC, 150 for the amp, so it's 280 in total for a balanced system. So I think that's what makes them so popular and so competitive in like the current landscape. And I think that's also what makes them very unique as well, because there's really nothing else that competes against this. Like it's literally is in its own category, I believe. So in conclusion, if you're looking for more power, get the Zen Can. if the Zen DAC has enough power, I think you should go for that one, and you could just get the amplifier and save yourself $150 because the Zen DAC is pretty capable and sounds good already by itself. But if you're looking for that nice, warmer, more like smooth and pleasant tone, you can also go for the Zen Can for that purpose as well. It'll do good and do just fine. So yeah, please like and subscribe down below. It helps my videos out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.